Hello, Buttercup. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is March 2024 reading wrap-up. This was an interesting month. We'll see why later on in this video, because mainly I read Irish-themed books, but very specifically it was a Morgan Llewellyn readathon. Okay, that's fine. I did not get to 3 of the Irish related books, but I got through everything else. What I did not get through is Pride of Lions and then the 2 really older Irish texts. I just was not feeling those, and I kind of thought that I wasn't gonna read them. But what I read for the Irish readathon, I'm gonna chalk it up as a big success because I got through all of Morgan's books except Pride of Lions, and I'm gonna read that later on this year sometime, who knows. But I need a break from historical fiction. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I am tired. Those books are thick, and yes, of course, you really have to pay attention or else you're not gonna know what's going on. That's what I like. That's what I enjoy. However, it was a lot. So I did have to add in some other things that were not Irish related, namely 2 books for the Messed Up Book Club and then 1 other book that I finished finally. Okay, let's just jump in. The first, I'm sorry. This is gonna be great. Also, you know what? Don't watch this on speaker in public or at work. How about that? Because the first book that I read is The Haunted Vagina by Carlton Mellick III, and that's not rated. I was told, and I forget who it was, maybe some booktuber, that it's horror. It is not. That book is not horror. It is bizarro fiction. So the Messed Up Book Club, we were like, oh, okay, it's just a boyfriend going into this woman's vagina. Well, not just this woman, it's his girlfriend. And it's haunted. It's bizarre. I get it. Very niche fiction genre, subgenre, and so I could see maybe people think it's horror, but it's not. I couldn't figure out what to rate it after 10 minutes of thinking on it, so I just didn't, though I know other people rated it in the group for the Messed Up Book Club, but I was like, I can't figure it out, so I just didn't rate it. It's funny. But yeah, obviously suspending lots of disbelief. Number 2 is Red Branch by Morgan Llewellyn, 4 stars. I did a review on this book, so why did I give it 4 stars instead of 5? That's discussed in the review if you want to go find it. Number 3, 1999 by Morgan Llewellyn, 4 stars. I also did a review on that, so you can find that for more detail. Number 4, Strongbow, the story of Richard and Aoife, not rated because this is an earlier book of Morgan's, and it is really for younger kids, like middle school, maybe 9th grade. So I didn't realize that when I was reading it, but then I got through, let's say, the first 2 chapters. I'm like, oh, here we are. Okay, this is very basic knowledge of Strongbow and Princess Aoife. So I was not prepared for that. However, I'm glad that I read it and I own it, and I just have to remember, like, it's for kids, basically. And I think, when did she write it? She wrote it in the 80s or maybe 90s, and so the young adult sphere, or like middle grade sphere, whatever, wasn't there. I don't know. It's interesting, and so I couldn't figure out what to rate it, therefore no rating. Number 5, Dr. Parasite by Roland Bursey Jr., not rated. Look, I could not figure out a rating because it was amusing. However, my mind my mind's like, this is not how this is gonna work biologically. Like, because it's genetically modified parasites, so I get that. When I was talking to my husband, he's like, no, that's not how science works. So, though it was amusing, it's not realistic. So, like, I couldn't figure it out after 10 minutes. I cut it. I was like, I'm not going to think more. Therefore, not rated. Number 6, The Last Prince of Ireland by Morgan Llewellyn. That was 4 stars. I also did a book review on that. March was mainly all Irish stuff. And I just didn't want to talk about the other not rated stuff. However, I say that and then we go into number 7, The Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien, and that's not rated, but I didn't rate the other 2 books either, so it's a vibe, okay? And I have a review for The Return of the King. It's very ranty, it might piss people off, but here we are, coming up this month, so do look forward to that, or maybe not look forward to it. We'll see how that goes. I actually will not be surprised if I get a bunch of dislikes. But you know what? It took 5 months to finish. It's not the greatest book out of the 3, so that's where I'm gonna leave it at. And we're gonna say the final book, number 8, is Lion of Ireland by Morgan Llewellyn, and that's 4 stars. I am going to hold off on doing a review on Lion of Ireland. Why is this hard to say? And I'm just going to read Pride of Lions and then do a Lion of Ireland and Pride of Lions book review together because it's about Brian Boru, and like that's what I've come up with. I don't know why, I'm just here, right? Thank you so much for watching my March 2024 reading wrap up. I almost got to 10, I got to 8. Very satisfied with that because those historical fiction books were chunky wonky, not gonna lie. And then I also finished The Return of the King, which took a long time. I am gonna call this a success. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.